I had one shop put a ball joint through a customer's leg. I have a small tool haul and I'm going to tell you the story. So this happened 2 years into my career. It was a tiny little muffler shop, and it seemed like every guy who started working there was buying his first set of tools. It was a high volume shop, and it didn't seem like a lot of the safety rules were being followed. I swear the customer would be underneath the car talking to the tech as he's working on it. And because of the language barrier, I didn't understand a lot of what they were saying, so I didn't know if they were friends or customers, so I didn't ask a lot of questions. So one day, now wait, before we go any further, you guys, this is a fiberglass sledgehammer. You have the fiberglass handle with a metal head on it. I always forget these are in our catalog, but a guy ordered it up, and these are really cost effective. It's from Blue Point. And now I swear these guys always had a torch out. They were always welding or torching. There was always flames being thrown at the shop. And these guys never had any safety equipment on. I don't know where they get that little tinted piece of plastic, but he's welding behind this 24 hours a day. I swear there was a guy who had his face like this. He was bright red, top to bottom, but his eyes were white. This guy was burnt from UV light. Here's one from Lisle, probably one of their most popular products. It's the electrical disconnect pliers. All the Snap-on guys sell these. You gotta have these in your box. This story isn't about welding, it's about torching. And I didn't even know at the time that ball joints could explode under heat, but this one did. So the guy's trying to remove a ball joint, right? But instead of using a ball joint press like you would think, he takes a torch and fires it up red hot, which leads me to my next set of tools. This is our 3-piece ball peen hammer. It comes in the foam. This is the dark titanium, and check out this bad boy. It is 56 ounces. So remember when I said this place always had customers hanging out underneath the cars? The tech decides to take a hammer and starts beating on the ball joint as hard as he can. Well, after a few hits, the ball joint exploded. So what I think happened is instead of having the grease drip out as like a dirty oil, the corrosion sealed the ball joint like a capsule, and it turned the grease into a vapor. And when the hammer hit the ball joint, it ignited the vapor and created a cannon, which leads me to my next tool. This is a 4-piece back probe set. You can put them on your multimeter. There's little alligator clips right there, and you can turn it around and there's your little probes. This last part of the story is where the customer got hurt. And no, it's not funny, but it's definitely weird. So that ball joint that exploded off like a cannon hit the customer's leg that was standing underneath the car, flipped him around in midair, and when the guy hit the ground, the entire shop filled with smoke. It came from the ball joint off the car, and it came from the guy's burning flesh. When that ball joint piece exploded, it went right through his leg like Frankenstein. He had 2 pieces sticking out, and it had cauterized the wound. There was no blood. Now, I'm telling you this story because the guy didn't die, he survived, but I do know this, the guy had to sit there and wait while the bolt cooled off in his leg. And I don't know how that felt. So just be careful. I know there are YouTube videos out there showing these kind of things, but just be careful in your shop. It's rare, but it happens.